It's another beautiful day to be a Raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation. And you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And in case you're new, and you haven't been here before, let me give you some simple directions. It's just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's always there. He may be behind the bush, but regardless, he's in the vicinity of the corner. Wake him up. He's a man of commerce. He will point you in the right direction. Just down the street, take a right, and then you'll take immediate left. And as you're walking down the street, you'll pass an alley to your immediate right. As you pass it, you'll feel a cool breeze that chills you to your bone, to your skeletal core. Is it the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep dark alley? Well, of course you should, because what you'll find at the end is a little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and I guess it's the first official show after Fallout Saturday. But as it is every Monday and Wednesday on Raider Reaction, it is Ghost of the Post as we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league wide, as we will touch on all the hot leagues topics, but mostly, since it is the first official show after D-Day, we're probably really gonna have to stick to mostly silver and black this show, which is what at this time of the season broached all up on the season right here. You can smell it. It's so close. It's a week away. Right now, this very minute, a week from now, we're foaming at the mouth for Raider football. It's like it'll be like right there. The kickoff will be pending. It'll be right there. It's so close. 7 days. 7 days. Yeah, the last month was great. Of the organized scrimmage, that was great. Of the keeping score of practice, that was great. Well, that's all done now. We've cut the guys. They can go now, sell insurance, become used car salesmen, do whatever you do when your football dream dies. They can go do that now and then come back and try again next season. But right now, everybody's down to 53. And we're going to take it from there. So, as it is every Monday on Raider Reaction, as we have a different lineup pretty much every night of the week. 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, our official webcast. So make sure you join me tomorrow, because tomorrow night is the official Raider Nation Report with yours truly, which is a solid 60 minutes of everything silver and black. But tonight, my man Big L is going to join me, as he does every Monday. Typically he's in studio, but Big L's in a little transitional move, and he is remote tonight, but is still joining us nonetheless, as we're going to rip in to all of the happenings and the basic fallout of, let's call it D-Day Saturday. Now, we're going to get into everything, so bear with us, the LaFell signing, all of that. But let's start right out of the gate. Let's get it over, Big L. Let's dump the shit. We haven't talked about it formally. I came out and broke the news first thing Saturday morning, early, as soon as it hit. But I haven't, none of us have really said anything since. Khalil Mack.
Hey, Mark Anthony.
Go.
Look. You motherfuckers. You sorry, bitch-made, fake, tight-ass, punk, bitch, fake, phony motherfuckers.
Easy.
I ain't talking to all of y'all. I'm talking to you sniveling, whining, crybaby bitches that acted like the world ended. Okay, somebody delete Danny Calderon's ass right now. We ain't got no time for no sniveling, whining ass, bandwagon ass, nothing in here.
Now, so hold on, because you're
Yeah, y'all got Khalil Mack. Okay.
well, and enjoy. Now, here's the thing: is what leaves a bad taste in my mouth right out of the gate, Big L, is that Khalil Mack first comes off and with this freaking predetermined bullshit ass Bears speech, bear down, fucking like he'd been preparing that shit right out of the gate. No, thank you to the team that had, and the legions of fans that had backed you for 4 years. That wasn't the first thing that came out. First thing you get is the statement to his new fans, followed by then the next day a statement from his father, followed by much later a statement, 2 sentences from Mac himself to the fans.
Well, see, this is the thing. Y'all know what's happening. But the reality of it is this here. Okay, the father was about loyalty. The father was about heart. Most fathers mothers are. They teach their children lessons. However, this was a money move for Khalil Mack. So everybody out there sniveling and whining.
It was all about money.
Is this?
100%.
It was a money move.
We said it all off season. We said it all off season. Number one goal of Khalil Mack and his agent was to be the number one paid defensive player in the league. Number one goal.
He got an offer of $20 million.
Now here's the thing.
An offer of 23.
Now here's the thing.
More important to him to have the most money than to have a legacy of being a Raider. Get Ralphie's ass out of here.
Hey, let him fly. The Raider Nation will take care of him, Big L. You don't worry about the comments. You gotta learn how to be up in it. You don't call the shots. We got other team members for that.
They can be happy. They can have fun. You got Khalil Mack. What the hell else are you gonna have for the next 6 years? A suck-ass team.
No, they're gonna have nothing. What's Mitch Trubisky gonna take you to? He's gonna take you to nothing. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, Big L. Here's the thing. Michael Jordan wasn't even the highest paid player in the league when he was winning championships. Tom Brady is not the highest paid quarterback in the league when he's winning championships. Jerry Rice was winning championships. Didn't care if he was the highest paid wide receiver in the league. As long as they were paid well, it was more important that the team had money to win championships. Guys like Khalil Mack, that doesn't matter to them. Khalil Mack wanted that big-ass payday. He wanted it to say, highest paid defensive player in the league in bright motherfucking lights. And that's all he cared about. That's it.
Because, see, this is the thing. One, thank you, somebody already said it. The coach's salary don't count against the salary.
No, that doesn't count against the salary cap. He could pay him $250,000
Everybody wants to talk about
a fucking day if he wanted. It wouldn't matter.
Gruden and this and that. Well, you know what, you bandwagon Raider fans? Drag your ass somewhere else. Because this is the thing. For the last 10 years, Gruden has voluntarily been given the blueprint for 32 teams.
Yes.
And it's good that Matt's number is 52 because there are 52 other players.
Now, when you look at man, you got to look. You look at how they've structured and built the new defense already. You got to look at how they've structured and built the new defense already, man. You've got 4 rookies already sprinkled about your defense. There's youth sprinkled in with veterans. We are now the oldest team in the league. Again, as like age came with Gruden, like all of a sudden we're old again when we were young just a minute ago.
But see, that's the reality. We have the oldest team in the league, but our core is. I don't care if we're old. We are a young core. We are building around rookies. We can be old.
I agree. Now, listen, man. I think we agree. We're on the same page with Khalil Mack. We both think it was greed. We've spent a lot of time on it over the last several weeks. I agree with Tom. He's old freaking news. Bears fans, holy shit! Did somebody get the fucking DeLorean? Because Bears fans are coming back from 1985. Like they're relevant again.
Actually,
Get the fuck out of here. You guys are fucking basement dwellers.
Ralphie, we're old, and so are your dreams.
You got it from the kiddie table and then tripped, but never got back up off the floor.
86. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be A-okay.
Alright, well enough of Khalil Mack. Moving on. He's a fucking bear. We see him once every 4 years. He's irrelevant to us. Completely irrelevant anymore.
It's that.
Now,
We're gonna be fine.
Now the other what I thought was more actually more almost as.
Say one more thing. One more thing.
Hurry up.
Anybody that thinks it is worth paying 22% of your total salary cap on a defensive end is a lunatic.
Well, here's the thing. All right. Now you're going to lead me into one last comment. Then I'm going to say this, and then that's it. Khalil Mack is obviously, him and his agent are not very smart accountants. If you would take the $20 million that the Raiders were offering, opposed to the $23 million that the Bears were offering, fix in the tax structure that you don't have to pay in Las Vegas, versus the tax structure he's going to pay his entire contract length in Chicago, and add up the total of what the two are going, it was the same goddamn amount. So it wasn't when it came down to actual pennies you were going to put in the bank. They wanted to see the headline that said Khalil Mack, highest paid defensive player in the year. And with the tax-friendly program, you wouldn't get that headline. You'd only get that headline going to Chicago because all that's really cared about is that, and that is the money. Fuck you, Khalil Mack. You're done. We don't need to talk about you no more. You're in the NFC. See ya. All right, moving on. Martavius Bryant.
And this is something else.
No.
This is something
Cut.
else, Ralphie.
Moving on. We're done with Mack.
To talk about in Chicago, would you really be in here?
Go find a Bears show. There probably isn't one.
Yeah.
Martavius Bryant.
And
That.
if it is, y'all still be talking about Richard Dent, Steve McMichael.
Hey, enough.
You know, Dan
I don't want to waste time talking about fucking Bears fans. They're not worth our fucking time.
know more about your team than you do.
All right, moving on.
Khalil Mack's the first good thing you guys have had to talk about.
Hey!
since Urlacher.
Do I have to mute your ass or the Bears fan? Martavius Bryant.
I was just trying to give them something to listen to.
Oh, fuck them.
Bye, Ralph.
God damn. Don't give the fucking trolls. Don't give the trolls fucking 5 minutes of the show. All right. Martavius Bryant. Cut. Shocked?
No.
No. Well, he got, two catches in the entire... You heard all kinds of rumors that they wasn't getting along, what have you. That he couldn't learn the playbook. He had migraines. He was missed practice. I think he only caught 2 catches the entire preseason. Something like that. And
Yeah. He had Cordero Patterson disease. He couldn't remember the playbook.
well, that is the rumors. That is the rumors.
Not a Raider because he couldn't remember the playbook.
Well, it's curious because then the Patriots go out and grab him, and with a guy that has the rumor of not knowing the playbook, it seems odd that the Patriots would go out after Cordero Patterson. But
Because all they're going to ask him to do is run fly patterns to loosen up the intermediate routes for all the little slow guys that know how to run crossing patterns.
interesting. Well,
Is the Bear Troll actually trying to compare when the last time were relevant? He's a big fan. The last quarterback that was relevant in Chicago.
man, even the quarterback you had when you won the Super Bowl wasn't even fucking relevant. I mean, that's how long it's been since you've had a relevant quarterback. Even he wasn't relevant. Now, almost more shocking than Martavius Bryant, Big L, was I thought the fact that
the quarterback they had wore a leather helmet.
I thought the fact that we got rid of both of the backup quarterbacks that went through the entire preseason and training camp. I thought that was as much of a shocker to me as anything else. Was the fact that we got rid of Connor Cook and EJ Manuel.
EJ Manuel and Connor Cook. Well, like I was saying last week, Connor Cook initially, excuse me, I honestly think Connor Cook was getting put on display. One, because he was a great practice quarterback. Two, because I honestly think that then he was being showcased as potential trade bait, and EJ was going to be the backup quarterback. Then Connor Cook played so horrible, he played his way into getting cut. And then EJ was never seen with the first team or the second team. But then he played so horrible with the second/third teamers that he fell out of favor with Gruden because he didn't play that good in practice.
But
when he did get his opportunity in that fourth game, he looked like an assassin.
But wouldn't you want to keep one of them? Wouldn't you? I understand that neither one of them impressed, and neither one. But wouldn't you want to keep one of them, and then just as a fucking backup to somebody at least knew the system?
Maybe EJ, but EJ only looked good against the hot dog vendor and the used car salesman.
No. Regardless, it seemed like an interesting move to me, and we'll get to AJ in a minute. So it just seemed like an interesting move. But everybody's already been talking about it in the comments. I'd like to jump on it too, Big L. Let's jump on the Chris Warren III injury. Is it an injury? There's been he's placed on injured reserve. He's on injured reserve. That way he frees up a roster spot basically, and. Yeah. Is he really injured? Well, like I've been saying all season, we were only going to carry 4. We were only going to carry 4 into the regular season on the 53-man roster. That was going to be Doug Martin. That was going to be Marshawn Lynch. And I thought it was going to be Chris Warren III, and then whoever won the battle between Richard and Washington. But Washington and Richard both make it. Chris Warren III makes the team basically on a technicality. He's not fucking injured, man. I don't think it's serious. I think they're going to place him on the IR, and he'll be able to come off on the first tier, and then we'll be able to use him later in the season. That's honestly what I think is going to happen. We're working the system.
Did I just see a Pac Mule fan troll across the stage? There's actually a Pac Mule fan in here. Look, Chris Warren, he's injured. He tripped on the air and dislocated.
He's injured.
Some hair on his knee. Yeah, basically they put him on the IR, and I think the IR that he's on, he may be eligible to come off of it.
He will
after week 8.
Yeah, he'll be able to come off. That's why I said he'll be able to come off. It's the first tier. He'll be able to come off of that IR. And I'm telling you, it's almost like, listen, we're gonna run your ass in preseason. Let's see what you got, and if you do, we're gonna rest you, and then we'll bring you out fresh for the second half of the season as like a reward. And that and that seems to be what they're going to do. Because, man, you seen what he can do in preseason, Big L. Now we're going to stable this guy, get him healthy, get him strong, and drop his ass on everybody in week 8 when everybody forgot about him after half the season's over.
See, right around the time your veteran
the third
is going to need to get his legs fresh for a playoff push, you're going to bring the 22, 23-year-old pile driver out. Marshawn starts rejuvenating for a playoff push. And this gives Washington the opportunity for an 8-week, let's see what you got for us. Because either Washington or the muscle hamster is going to get released.
Man, I'm still high on D-Wash. And man, if Richard holds on to the ball and he loses his fumble problems, I think D-Wash will probably not beat him out. But Richard's Achilles has always been he puts the ball on the ground more. So if he fixes that, I don't know, man. With
He was running, and in the preseason, Richard was running like his paycheck depended on it.
well, I don't want to dig that deep into the running backs. I'm going to spend more time on it tomorrow on the Raider Nation report on Tuesday with a solid 60 minutes with yours truly. So let's we touched on the Warren injury and the 4 that made it. Let's move on to the quarterback situation, Big L, because we touched on it earlier. Obviously, Derek Carr's coming in as the solid number 1. He saw limited action through the preseason. Most of the action was Connor Cook, followed up by EJ Manuel, and neither freaking one make the roster. They're axed, and they bring in AJ McCarron, Amari Cooper's quarterback in college, to basically be at this point really our only other quarterback with any experience on the roster. Thoughts on AJ McCarron's? Hold on. A Browns troll.
Dude, there's a Brown. Get the table.
Listen, Browns fan, in case you're new, let me introduce you to something that the Raider reaction that we like to call the kiddie table. You've all been to the family reunion before, right? Of course you have. What goes on at the family reunion? You got a kiddie table over in the corner where all the kids sit down and shut the fuck up. You're seen and not heard. Well, all of the teams that have never, ever, ever hoisted a Lombardi trophy, well, you guys sit at the kiddie table. And guess what, Browns fans? Your asses are at the kiddie table. So in any discussion where us NFL grown folks are talking, take your ass to the corner, sit the fuck down, and shut the fuck up. Now continue. Now, AJ McCarron's, what do you think, Big L? This is a real roll of the dice, gambling with the Carr's health.
Well, look, even though he hasn't been in camp with us, I have more confidence in AJ McCarron than I do in Connor Cook.
Man, he ran. The dude was in. He was a big time quarterback at a big time college.
He played big in Cincinnati and played better than the Red Rifle when he got his opportunity to play on the field in the same crappy offense.
Listen, man.
Gotten hurt in Buffalo. He may have been the starting quarterback in Buffalo.
It didn't look like he was going to win the starting job in Buffalo, and I think that's why they were up for the trade, because it didn't look like he was going to get it. I don't think Buffalo knows what the fuck they're doing, man. Buffalo's lost.
Which is why I think he would have gotten the job. I also think that another reason why he didn't get the job in Buffalo was because of his salary.
Yeah, possibly.
He's not making a lot. He's not making a lot, but he was the highest paid quarterback on that team.
Well, there's been some interesting moves. Period. On the team, there's been some interesting moves. I mean, not just a quarterback. If you look at wide receiver as well, you come in and we thought it was going to be Martavis Bryant. We thought he was probably going to be your third, mixed in with what we thought was going to be Switzer. Switzer doesn't make it. Griff Whalen doesn't even make it, who had a positive preseason. I know you're shocked Griff Whalen didn't make the team, but Keon Hatcher steals a roster spot.
Also, Whalen legitimately, well, let's look at it, though. Whalen legitimately got hurt.
True.
And his wheel, it's his Achilles.
Yeah, he did.
So, with a strained Achilles, you know that. I've never heard of somebody with a strained Achilles that eventually that thing didn't pop.
Yeah, that can't be good. That can't be good.
So that's like, we thank you. We know you're good. We know you're going to be a great player sometime. but we'll talk to you after that thing pops and you spend the year getting it fixed.
Yeah.
We don't need that on the books.
No, we don't.
Switzer, the other kid, I can't remember his name, Holton, whichever one made the team, whichever other receiver made.
Well, Johnny Holton had made the team. Seth Roberts, Dwayne Harris, and Keon Hatcher had all made the team, but Johnny Holton didn't end up making it. We ended up dropping Holton, and now we've picked up Brandon LaFell, which...
Yeah, but Hatcher, we were talking about Switzer. Hatcher took Switzer's position because he had a better preseason returning the ball.
Well, that and then, game 4, he freaking blows up. I know it's preseason game 4, but you're remembered for what you last did, and your last thing you see is Keon Hatcher walking out the field like he's a baller. Fucking preseason game 4, but it is what it is. I mean, the guy put up some stats, he put up some numbers, and he looked damn good.
Well,
it's your last memory.
Too, when you look at it, it was the yak, the yards after the catch. He caught the ball.
It's all about the yak, baby.
He was doing things other than just catching the ball.
It's all about the yak.
He did a lot more than just catch the ball.
Absolutely. Let's stop for just a second, Big L, and we'd like to thank everybody that joined us tonight. New and old, our band of pirates, as always, thank you for joining us. We'd like to touch on our sponsors. Make sure you check out Angry at Trask's podcast, Just Win Ladies, where all of your podcasts can be found, as well as shared on the Raider Reaction page. Check out Raider Nation Rings and Flags, our official sponsor, their Facebook page. Man, they got all kinds of shit. They got giveaways, contests. Our last raffle had a bunch of their merchandise in it. And then Captain Jack Rackham's page as well with his Ask the Captain every Sunday night call-in show. So you can call and vent, and he can listen to you. If your wife won't listen to you, maybe Captain Jack will listen to you. Because we don't want to listen to you cry. Captain Jack will listen to you cry, though. We don't want to listen to you cry. But call Captain Jack. He'll listen to you cry every Sunday night.
Dude, that sounds like a marriage call-in show.
Captain Jack!
He will listen to you cry if you need to.
My winch won't listen to me.
I can't.
Oh, hell.
That he'll be sympathetic, though.
Now, at tight end, we come off with we only kept 3, and it came off interesting. Kept Jared Cook, obviously, is the number 1, but kept Lee Smith and Derek Carrier. Both are, Lee Smith, he's good for a catch or 2 here and there, but both are primarily blocking power type tight ends. So you really only got the one hybrid type tight end in Jared Cook, and the other 2 you carry look like fits into that power run scheme that is taking place from deep behind the enemy line, Napoleon. Deep behind the enemy line.
That's right.
Patriots troll.
I think that, and the thing was, for me, it was a surprise that we kept only 3 because of the probability that we're going to be running a lot of 2 tight end sets. So
I expect to see. We've got fullbacks that we've kept obvious. Keith Smith is our fullback. I expect to see you're gonna see Marshawn in sets with a fullback, a lead blocker in front of him, which is something we didn't see hardly at all last season. So you're gonna see that this season. You're also going to see like you said, 2 tight end sets. Sorry, technical difficulties here. And there's a reason Tom Cable was brought in. There's a reason you've got the certain bodies and that they put together on the offensive line. The way they moved Donald Penn to right. It looks like Miller's going to start at left. Spent a lot of money on Gabe Jackson, Rodney Hudson, and Osimile to be stiff up the middle. That's a formidable offensive line. And I think you're going to see a lot a lot different scheme this year with Cable calling the shots and a fullback, Marshawn Lynch, mixing in Doug Martin, Rashard Washington as your gadget backs. It's gonna be an interesting ride. Now, let's jump over to the defensive side of the ball, Big L, because that's been where we're seeing the biggest change. Now, the offense, for the most part, is the offense we had prior with new coaching staff, new driver in the seat. What's up, Jerry? Jerry wanted to shout out. What happened, Big L? You froze. Uh-oh. Big L fell off in a hole. All right. That's all right. I'll pick this ball up and run with it till Big L can jump back in. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. But, new and old. It happens. That's what happens when you go live flying without a net. But that's all right, because I can pick it up and run with it. Because I'm an all-star like that. It ain't no thing. Now, we was talking defense. Now, defense is the big question everybody had. Oh, we lost the Mac Daddy. Yes, we lost the Mac Daddy. But what happened last year? We sucked on defense. And we had Mac. And we still sucked on defense. Even with Mac. So, here's the thing. The defense isn't completely overhauled defense. Our front four. You got Tank Carradine on one end and PJ Hall. Half of it. Brand new. Linebackers. Emmanuel Lamore. New. Derek Johnson. New. Tahir Whitehead. New. Corners. Garyon Conley. Didn't play last season. Rashawn Melvin, new. Carl Joseph, missed half of last year. Basically, this is going to be his first shot that you're the number one guy. Let's do it. Marcus Gilchrist, next to him, new. An entire new starting defense. New starting corners. Half new starting safeties. All new starting linebackers. Half new starters up front. It's a whole new defense with a whole new defensive coordinator who it's all about the scheme. Paul Guenther has had a solid defense in Cincinnati. And I believe he will continue to have one again. Now, Reggie Nelson makes the team, who I didn't think he was going to make it, but he makes it. And I think that's because of Guenther's history with him. They've got a rapport, and I think he wants Reggie Nelson as much for that sprinkled in mentorship, veteran mentorship that John Gruden likes to have sprinkled about the team. Yes, we're all of a sudden one of the oldest teams in the league again. One of the oldest teams in the league again. And there's a reason for that. We've got youth sprinkled in with veteran talent. And it can be a beautiful, beautiful thing. A beautiful, beautiful thing. So, we will see. We will see how it works out. We will see how it works out. Leon Hall makes it. So let's run through your defensive starters here right out of the gate. Like I said, you got Tank Carradine, PJ Hall, Justin Ellis, Bruce Irvin up front, Lamore, Johnson, and Whitehead at your linebacking position. Conley and Melvin are your corners. Joseph and Gilchrist are your safeties. Backup safeties are Eric Harris, Reggie Nelson, Leon Hall, Rogers Cromartie, and rookie Nick Nelson makes the squad to fill out the rest of your defensive backs. Now, on the defensive line, Arden Key, obviously, A to the motherfucking K, number 99. We're expecting big things out of him. He's going to get a lot of work. He's not technically listed as a starter, but he's going to get a lot of work. And you know he's going to get a lot of work. Maurice Hurst, Mo Hurst as well, number 73. He's also going to get a lot of work. Fidel Brown, number 99, and Frosty Rucker, number 98. Gotta love it that a homie named Frosty made the team, because, you know, Frosty, it'll be great around Christmas, and plus, you know, Wendy's Frosties are just the bomb to start. But Trayvon Hester did not make it. He ends up getting the axe. We bring in Brian Price, which is not anything to get really excited about. He's played 9 games over 2 seasons, started none of those. He's got 5 tackles and 3 assists. No sacks. So, I mean, he's a young guy. He's a 6'3", 318-pound defensive tackle. Played at Texas San Antonio, but he's a young kid. He's depth. We'll see. Obviously, they thought higher about him than they did Trayvon Hester and what they've seen in the preseason. The jukebox is throwing out the coupons, making it rain. Jukebox is like, Frosties, it's good, it's good, it's good. Now, interesting also is when you're talking about injuries, we'll slip on down to the special teams, is Pinheiro did not make the roster. He also makes the roster on injured reserve along with Chris Warren III, Obi Melifanu, who nobody wanted, you know, we like set him out on the curb. Everybody's like, man, I ain't picking that shit up. And then we get him back because nobody wanted him. That's how bad Obi looks after being our 2nd round pick last season. Is we set him out and he goes, clears, nobody wants his ass, and we get him back. Just set him on the bench. We'll set you over to you feel better, fucker. So then we'll see if you're worth a shit. That's pretty much where Obi went. Now you got Eddie Vanderdoes, he's on the pup list. You don't really know what he's doing yet. Now back to the special teams though, because Pinheiro I thought was going to be the lock. I thought you were going to get the Gators connection at the special teams with him and Johnny Townsend, the punter, but that didn't work out. Townsend did get the nod at the punting position, but Mike Nugent, veteran kicker, gets the nod. Again, I think Gruden just feels a little more confident instead of having a rookie. Coming out with a rookie, man, you seen how rookies worked out for the Bucks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers not too long ago, as they tried to go with Aguayo, and that blown up. He's been with 4 teams now. He's been an absolute dumpster fire. And to come out and hand over kicker duties to an absolute rookie without any, that's a rough one. So again, I think they figured out a way to find a loophole and fuck the system, and have been able to shelf Pinheiro without really costing a roster spot, as he's sitting on reserve down there with Chris Warren III. Now, Mike Nugent gets the nod. Dwayne Harris looks like he's going to be the kick returner and punt returner. Nick Nelson, rookie corner, is going to back up him at both positions. That looks like who he's going to be. Andrew DePaulo is your long snapper. And Mike Nugent also is taking your kickoff duties as well as your place kicking duties. Now, making the practice squad, Marcel Aitman comes back around to make the squad. Saheed Blacknall makes the squad as well. Paul Butler, Cabina, Gabe Wright, and Juracek, because we want to keep an extra fullback in the comments as well. See, what you don't understand is I don't pay attention to asshats like that. They want to sit out here? That's fine. Waste your fucking time. I don't care. Sit in the comments. You're irrelevant to me. You're lint on my nutsack. I flip you off. That's it. Now, move along. So, it's interesting the guys we kept. We kept a couple of the guys. All right. We kept a couple of the guys that I wanted to see depth-wise at wide receiver. Marcel Aitman, Saheed Blacknall. Those are two guys that I wanted to see us keep around as far as depth. So I was happy to see that they made our practice squad. Chris Warren III, I think that's a loophole way for us to keep the bigger wide receivers. The bigger wide receivers. And a way to keep a depth right there. So if it doesn't work out in a couple other these directions. Brandon LaFell is just a veteran. Now, when you're adding him in the wide receiver, the guy's played 8 solid seasons, started in 2010 through 2017. He was with the Panthers for his first 4 seasons. He played with the Patriots for 2 years. Then the last 2 he's been in Cincinnati. His best season was with the Patriots in 2014, where he grabbed 74 balls for 7 touchdowns. Last season, he caught 52 balls for 3 touchdowns, which is not a terrible, for a guy that you're just adding into the mix and not expecting to be one of your top 3. So I think LaFell is a nice depth addition into the roster and the depth squad at wide receiver. You got Jordy Nelson and Coop, who are your 1 and your 2. You're adding LaFell in, who's going to be mixing in at that 3, along with Dwayne Harris and Seth Roberts and Keon Hatcher. Johnny Holton looked like he was going to make it, but didn't quite make it. Come on, team. Get on there. It's hard to tell. Running Bear up there watching with us on YouTube. Thank you for watching, my man. Now, it's hard to tell if you think... I really think Mo Hurst and Arden Key, they're not really listed as starters, but you're going to get those guys in, and you're going to get them in early. They're going to be mixed in on a lot of sets, and... Oh, you can't get to me. Get the hell out of here. That's your fucking remedial ass. Psh, come on. Get to me. You got to be kidding me. You coming in with your fucking remedial ass fucking smack talk. My God, man. If we were sitting at a bar stool right next to each other, I'd make you look like a fucking goddamn drooling ass retard. I don't waste my time with chump change like you, my man. So, don't worry. JJ. Did somebody say Jawalrus? Purple drink. Purple drink. Somebody got the purple drink? Things just go south. Now, Mo Hurst, Arden Key, they're going to get mixed in a lot. Those guys are the future. Those guys are the future. Is you talking to me? You're here, but I can't find you. It's all screwed up, man. See, that's what happens. You pirate. Now, defense, like I said, when you look at this defense, you've got to be excited. You have to be. How could you not be excited about what's been built? And with the coaching staff that has been brought in to coach this defense, the way it's been put together, the way it looked in preseason, moves were made because of the way they were looking in preseason and everything that they were trying. They were trying the young kids, and they were seeing the results. And things were looking positive and looking good.
The biggest douche of the universe in all the galaxies.
That's to you. Cheatriots douchebag. Because, you know, most Patriots fans are generally douchebags. It's pretty much the region that you live in. It just breeds douchebags. So it's not surprising that you are. JJ. How can anybody take anybody seriously that has their profile name as JJ? I mean, seriously. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck?
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
You are one pathetic loser.
You suck, you jackass.
Now, I agree with you, Running Bear. I think we can be a top 15 defense, and there's no reason, like I said before, in Paul Guenther's system, it's not about superstars. So the linebackers that we have can look like superstars in the right system. It's all about coaching and system in defense. It's the reason that the Bears defense for that one bright shining fucking year were the greatest thing since sliced bread in the wheel. Because if you can put that scheme together with the right players in the right spots, you can catch lightning in a bottle on defense. And defense can help you win championships. We've seen it before many, many times. A capable offense and a great defense can win championships. A good defense and a great offense can fucking steamroll teams. I believe John Gruden has a lot of faith in what he sees out of Derek Carr. And man, I'm excited for this season. 1 week. 1 week away from today. 1 week away from today. Raider football is upon us. I can't wait. The Rams are a hyped team this season. A team that's insanely hyped. A team that made a lot of big moves in the offseason. They're one of the young teams. They're one of the buzzword teams this season. And we get them on Monday night. Under the lights, in front of the nation, in front of the world. The last goddamn game of the entire week. Every other team has played. And now you sit back and get ready for Raider football. It's going to be an exciting game. Home game. Season opener. Home opener. The black hole will be nuts. It's going to be awesome. Chucky will be back on the sidelines. I have us winning. I've picked us as a win in week 1. I'll have the chance to make it official on Wednesday with Prime on the show. As Prime joins me for Ghost to the Post. You got like 1 minute. You finally just popped back up so I could bring you in. It's going to be exciting. Now, make sure you join me tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. For a solid 60 minutes of everything silver and black with myself. Hosting. The little thing we like to call the Raider Nation Report. As every Tuesday, we spend a solid 60 minutes on everything silver and black. So make sure you join me tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, Prime returns to the show for Ghost to the Post Breakdown Prediction Edition, as we'll rip through every game, make our predictions, break them down, make our predictions on who we both think is going to win. And then on Thursday, as the game is going on, myself and Captain Jack will be bouncing through all of the hottest Raider topics with the Raider Nation Ricochet. Wednesday, in the morning, afternoon, early afternoon, depending on your time zone, Ariel's going to be out at the Vegas site, giving you an in-depth look, up-close look of the Vegas Stadium build. Of course, game day. We're going to have pregame, halftime, and postgame show for you. I will be live the second it goes to half, as well as the second the game is over. So you got somewhere to come, to vent, to cheer, whatever it may be. You've got somewhere to go. And that'll be right here at Raider Reaction. Our mission statement remains the same in 2018. Paint the world silver and black. Remember to check out our official sponsors. Angry at Trash Podcast, Just Win Ladies. Raider Nation Rings and Flag Facebook page. Captain Jack Rackham's Facebook page. Featuring Sunday nights, Ask the Captain. Make sure you call him. He likes to hear all your problems. Tell him about, your kids ain't getting good grades. Your wife's leaving you, sleeping with your best friend. Whatever. He'll love to hear all of that. I know. Go lay it on him. Lay it on him. If he ain't gonna tell us who he's repping, that means they probably sit at the kiddie table. That's what's up with that. That's what's up with that. Woo! Stevel. That's what's up with that. Thank you for joining me. As always, Raider Nation, I appreciate it. Purple drink. Here we got the purple drink. We appreciate it as always. Joining us on Raider Reaction, new and old, our band of pirates. Tomorrow night, a solid 60 minutes with yours truly, the Commish. We get into every freaking thing silver and black. In depth into the offense, defense, everything that's happened in the... We're not talking that 4-letter word anymore, though. The number 52, we're not saying that 4-letter word anymore. That shit's gone. He's a shit-ass bear. Does a bear shit in the woods? I don't give a fuck what a bear does. Who gives a shit? Stupid fucking question anyway. I'm out. Until next time. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.